Kingdom Hearts, a series of games I have never played before, for whatever reason. For as much as I love Disney, you would think I would have, because Disney, with Goofy and Donald and Mickey and all the like, and I just never played it. But here we are now, and I have played it. I have finished it. I enjoyed it, and I'm ready for the second one. And the third one, and whatever comes next. Chapter 1 on Destiny Island, and eventually to Traverse Town. But we start with Destiny Island. Here we have Sora waking up from a weird dream where he's not sure if anything is real or not. So we go talk to Kairi, do some quest things, get some tree logs, get some this, that, so we can build a raft so we can get out of here. For the next day, where it's time to gather some food supplies. I lose against a race to Riku. He's kind of a jerk. We name the stupid raft what he wants to name it. I go gather the supplies after my humiliating failure. We gotta get mushrooms, coconuts, an egg, water, and some fish. 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 And then we enter the secret place, and I realize that these kids have been here for a while.
Has a lot of drawings.
And then Sora finds a mushroom and a drawing that he made with Kairi a while ago, and he starts drawing on it again. And then a weird creepy guy in the corner starts talking to Sora, and he freaks him out.
Well, whoever you are, stop freaking me out like this.
Yeah.
Huh?
Then he tells Sora he knows nothing, and music gets creepy, and then the guy leaves, and then the music goes back to upbeat and happy. Then we go to Kairi, and we give her the supplies. She shows us a charm that, quote unquote, will ensure we will find each other if we're ever separated. Sure, why not? On to the next day, where we see a letter from Mickey Mouse, and he tells Goofy and Donald to go find Leon and to find the Keymaster.
I am the Keymaster.
I guess they're the gatekeepers?
I am the gatekeeper.
Would you apologize to Minnie for me? Thanks, pal. Oh. Sora realizes the island's under attack. He runs over there, and it's being attacked by ants? So we move on. We try to go to the secret place, and there's a door. We run over to find Riku, and he's talking about how he's not afraid of the darkness. And then the darkness starts to eat at his feet, and it starts to eat at Sora's feet, and then suddenly Sora has a Keyblade, and he is told Keyblade. 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 So after that, we get sucked into a black hole. And then we end up in Traverse Town. Now, we find a guy who tells us about the place, and his name is Sid. Now, I've also never played Final Fantasy games, so I had no idea who this guy was other than some guy who was there and knew things, weirdly. So anyway, we walk around Traverse Town, and we try and find Donald and Goofy at this point. Come across a bunch more shadows. At this point, I had Dave Tato ask me about the shadows. We joked about them being ants.
The hell? He squished.
They're self-squishing ants. Still the cutest things I've seen, though. After that, we return to Sid in the accessory shop. And then as we're leaving, Leon finds us. And then he beats me up. And he takes my Keyblade. And then we wake up in a hotel room with Yuffie and Leon telling us about the Heartless and the evil things. And in the other room, it's Aerith telling Donald and Goofy about the Heartless. So we get attacked by Heartless while in there. Then we make a run for it, and poor Donald gets the crap end of the stick a lot in this playthrough. So we run off to go see if there's anything that we can do to try and stop them. We get to this one area, and then Donald and Goofy find us, and we fight a giant armor, something like that. And we fight, we win, we decide that we're going to work together to try and save the world and find the King Mickey. And it's all for one and one for all. And then we view a round table with a bunch of villains, and I know every one of those guys without knowing who they are. On to chapter 2. Welcome to Wonderland and time to fight. So we arrive in Wonderland and we see the White Rabbit, who is late as usual, and we give chase, try to find him, and he ends up going through a tiny door that talks, which if you've watched Alice in Wonderland, you know everyone's on shrooms. We head to the table and we pick up a potion. We drink the potion, we shrink, we fight some new Heartless, we enter the Queen's castle, and we attend Alice's trial. Then of course she's guilty because the Queen says so. So we have to go find evidence that Alice is innocent, and the Cheshire Cat leads us on a scavenger hunt because that's what he does. And we go back after we get all that, we fight the cards, we try and save Alice, and we find out Alice is missing. And then we return to the bazaar room and we fight a wardrobe-headed freak fire thrower. We die a lot because that guy sucks. But we learn and we kill him.
Was he even in this cartoon? No, he was not.
Well, he's a Heartless, so I mean... Yeah, you weren't even in this movie!
That's right. Let's take that.
And then we close the keyhole to Wonderland, which was apparently behind the talking doorknob. Okay. Then we return to Traverse Town, we discover the fire door in the 3rd district, and we find Merlin. You know, the wizard Merlin, that guy. And also Fairy Godmother is there, and who am I to question what that relationship is about? Anyway, off to Olympus, because apparently that's open now. And we get the opportunity to fight in the hero games, and yeah, sure, flex our mighty muscles and break some barrels. We fight some Heartless after we've actually entered the games, and we have to fight Cloud at the very end there, but we lose. But I think we were supposed to, or we kind of find out that Hades was the one who sent him, who can never do his own damn dirty work. Anyways, then he also sends Cerberus to fight us. Shocking, he still doesn't do his own dirty work. And we destroy the dog after a few tries and become junior heroes. Beautiful. Then we move on to the Deep Jungle, Chapter 3. We fight over who's gonna land the ship because Donald is selfish and doesn't want Sora to do it. Anyway, we land. We crash landing, it looks like. And Sora lands in the treehouse, and a...
Donald? Goofy?
Whoop, that is neither. Giant jaguar attacks him, and this thing is fat. That is a beefy cat.
Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy, that's a thick-ass boy! Damn!
Tarzan shows up and saves the day. The fat-ass cat dashes out a window. Plenty of open space she could have ran out of. That was not open. He breaks the window, and then me and Tarzan go searching for Donald and Goofy. We eventually make our way to the campsite, and we find Jane. We also find Clayton. Yeah, that Clayton who gets very unalived in the movie. And he's threatening the gorillas. Shocking, because he's kind of an a-hole like that. Tarzan says that he'll take us to his leader, and we still learn nothing because they run off without us. We make our way back to the treehouse, and Clayton is once again proving that he is a massive douche canoe by trying to shoot at one of the gorillas.
A snake slithered by. You see, I saved that poor gorilla's life.
So we return to camp, where Clayton gets chewed out by Jane, and he leaves with the intent to kill all gorillas. Yeah. We save some gorillas from some Heartless, we find Clayton's pipe, and the fat-ass jaguar again. We make our way back to the bamboo jungle where we find Clayton and some Heartless trying to kill gorillas. Tarzan informs us, not Clayton. Turns out he's taken over by a Heartless thing. And we proceed to kick his butt and the weird chameleon Heartless's butt, and then we save the gorillas. We visit where Tarzan was talking about friends and realize that he meant heart, and learn that the keyhole is where he shows us. We seal the keyhole and make for the next area. But first we return to Traverse Town and have a new gummy piece put in. We visit Sid, who, as it turns out, is a master in how these gummy ships and gummy pieces work. Who knew? We also visit Fairy Godmother, who shows us that this stone that we got is actually Simba's soul. And now we can summon him. Well, we don't, for whatever reason. We go to play with the clock tower above the Gizmo shop and unveil the keyhole to Traverse Town.
Oh, not you again.
Thunder!
That's right, give up the heart. We lock up that puppy, and we move on. We return to the Coliseum to go do the Field Cup, and then it's on to the Warp Pole. And Chapter 4, Arabian Nights. Here we are in Agrabah. We enter on a cutscene with Jafar and Maleficent talking about finding the keyhole and finding Jasmine. We end up finding Jasmine. We attempt to save her, but Jafar swoops in and he goes all evil villain. She runs, we protect, and then we continue forward. We enter Aladdin's house and find the merchant. But where's Aladdin? We exit to the desert where we find magic carpet and decide to go for a ride. Where we find Aladdin? Being drowned in quicksand. Well, we tried. We fight some Heartless, help save Aladdin.
Genie, get rid of these
well,
guys.
Homer Simpson does.
Wish number one coming right up.
I mean Genie. Definitely Genie. Absolutely Genie. We talk about the keyhole, and of course Genie has heard of it before because, I mean, he's thousands of years old. Why wouldn't he have heard of it? We continue onward and fight the potted centipede and whoosh away to the Cave of Wonders. We fight the giant panther head, the Cave of Wonders itself, and make our way into its chambers. We get lost. A lot. We swim down some small waterfalls, swim back up some small waterfalls, like salmon apparently, touch some monkey rubies, not like that, and finally solve the mysteries and make our way. We watch Genie show Jafar the keyhole, which could have been any keyhole for the record. He didn't have to show him the exact one. And then we have to find where they are so we can stop them. We make our way back to the relic chamber to fight Jafar. We kick his butt. He gets angry, does the dumb wish.
I want you to make me an all-powerful genie!
To be a genie. We fight the genie version of Jafar and kick his butt too. Floating tail? Would he have a butt? Anyway, he did, and confined to his tiny lamp. We seal the keyhole here, and Aladdin uses his last wish to free Genie.
For your freedom, Genie. Ow!
We take Genie with us as a summon and continue onward.
A deal's a deal, Genie.
Chapter 5, There She Blows, and Under the Sea. After returning to Traverse Town, we find a tiny wooden thief has been trying to steal. We find Pinocchio and learn what's going on with him. We decide to continue our travels to finish what we started. On our way, we get swallowed whole by a whale and meet up with Geppetto. Well, now that we're in this whale's belly, it's time to try and find a way out. We go from chamber to try and find our way out. We eventually make our way to the stomach, where we find a Heartless that has Pinocchio in its caged stomach. We also notice Riku is being kind of a dick. We meet up with Riku and Pinocchio, and we have to fight this parasite again. We win the battle, learn how to stop time, oh damn, and then we see Maleficent give Riku the power to control the Heartless. That can't be good. We get sneezed out of the whale, and we decide to make our way to Atlantica. Here we learn to swim from Sebastian, Ariel, and Flounder. And from there, we start finding some underwater heartless. You know, jellyfish, sea divers, anglerfish, and then one angry shark. We take Ariel with us, and boy can she fight. We get a bit lost trying to follow the tridents to the throne room. Then eventually we make our way there, and Ariel gets scolded by her father and runs away. Triton tries to kick us out of the ocean.
For saving my daughter, but there is no room in my ocean for you or your king.
Ariel seeks comfort from Ursula. You'd think she'd learn at some point.
Cold, my dear. You're Ursula. Well, I was just wondering if...
She gives the trident to Ursula. Ursula does the evil thing, vanishes, and we remain stymied by a damn door. So I vow to come back later. She's optional anyway.
I'll be back.
Chapter 666. Spooky vibes. And time to walk the plank. Oh my god! Yay! So here, we finally make our way to Halloween Town. This is Halloween! This is Halloween! So we find some heartless dancing around and Jack shows up. And of course, you know, he does his cool Halloween skeleton thing.
Bravo, Jack! Bravo!
And the mayor is, as always, impressed. But something isn't quite right for Jack. So we head to the lab, and Dr. Finkelstein says that he's going to try and create a heart for the Heartless, which I guess makes sense because they have no heart. So, you know, I guess give them a heart. Odd ingredients are used. I believe there was
Pulse. Emotion.
terror.
Fear.
That's a great ingredient for a heart. Sure, why not?
And despair. Mix them
We
all together.
run around the town, and we have to find Sally so we can get a memory.
Memory? You mean this?
We go to Sally, get the memory, return to the doctor. Then we're sent out to search for a surprise.
That bonehead Jack is really making a heart. I'll be jiggered. That works for me. Ooh, when I get my hands on that... Well, I've got no hands, but I'm still gonna nab that heart and control the heartless.
We find the Jack in the box and return to the doctor. Then Oogie Boogie sends his brats to come steal the heart, and we send ourselves to go steal it back from them. We beat up a bunch of kids. It's his idea to tell Oogie Boogie about the heart. Wow. Then we beat up Oogie Boogie on his roulette wheel. Oogie Boogie, give me back the heart. Yeah, that'll work.
Want it? Well, then come on over and get it.
Oh. Ah. Yeah. Kick some Oogie Boogie butt. Bro. He just shot out a bunch of bugs. And then we beat up Oogie disguised as a treehouse. What the crap? Because why wouldn't you? Yee. So we destroy a treehouse, Oogie Boogie, and the moon reveals the keyhole to us. We seal the keyhole, and Halloween Town is safe at last. Then it's off to Neverland to find Riku and Kairi on Hook's ship.
As well. Like this, for instance. Let's get underway already, and keep Sora away from Kairi until we're ready to land.
That scurvy brat thinks he can order me around.
Hook doesn't like being bossed around by Riku, but he really doesn't have a choice. Now we gotta find our way around the ship with Peter Pan, who's kind of a jerk, but whatever. We'll help him find Wendy. We'll make our way through the hold and into the cabin. We find Riku and Kairi, but then he vanishes into the Shadow Realm, because of course he does. So now here we must fight the Shadow version of us. Me? Him? Shadow Sora. We fight him, we win, and we move on to the next thing. Yee. We reach the deck where Captain Hook wants to make us all walk the plank because how dare we be kids and not listen to him. Anyway, he goes into hiding because he hears the Tick-Tock croc out there, and he leaves Smee to deal with us.
You take care of them.
Joke's on him, we learned how to fly. So we defeat the Heartless on deck and make Hook come out and actually fight.
Excuse me. Did you finish them off?
Aye, Captain. They walked the plank, every last one of them.
We kick his butt, and we head to the clock tower, fix the clock, and seal the keyhole. Yay! And then chapter 7. Back to the start to head to the end. Sorta. We head back to Traverse Town, and we get the new gummy piece installed. We learn some stuff about Kairi, and we learn some stuff about darkness and light. One of those can't have darkness without light, you can't have light without darkness.
Believe in
Things.
the light, and the darkness will never defeat you. Do you understand, Kairi? Kairi?
Anyway, we get our gummy installed, and we decide to return to Atlantica. We finally figure out how to open the door and make our way to Ursula.
Okay. Not sure what I did different, but
Not really figure out, just keep clicking on it until Sebastian says, I'll do it. Works for me. I basically destroy Ursula in her first form.
You pay for this.
And then I kick her butt in her second form. Not simple, definitely not clean. I return the trident to Triton, and then search for the keyhole. We reveal the keyhole, and we seal it up to keep Atlantica safe. Afterwards, we move on to the Hercules Cup at the Coliseum. No, I'm not avoiding the end. We win the Hercules Cup. And we seal the whole of the Coliseum.
I'm blind.
I didn't even know there was one here.
Wow. That's where you've been hiding.
Okay. Now we'll go to the Hollow Bastion. We do some poor platforming and use bubbles to sink into water. Get our Keyblade taken.
Let the Keyblade choose. Its true master. Maleficent was right. You don't have what it takes to save Kairi. It's up to me.
Goofy and Donald abandon us.
Goofy, let's go. We have to remember our mission.
But we still get to fight forward with help from Beast.
Why did you come here? I came to fight for Belle.
We make our way around the confusing castle with his help.
The darkness will destroy you.
And we make our way to the main lobby area. We come across Riku, who thinks he's better than us because he controls the Heartless.
Touch my heart. My heart will stay with my friends. It'll never die.
Really? Well, we'll just see about that.
Sora ain't gonna go anywhere.
How will you fight without a weapon?
But we have the power of friendship.
I don't need a weapon. My friends are my power.
And with that, we get our Keyblade back. Then beat up Riku, and he runs away crying. Like a bitch. Bitch. We go through the library and we learn the Dewey Decimal System and how to sort books correctly. That doesn't go there. There we go. Ooh. Then we open the door and gather emblem pieces and open a Heartless store. Meanwhile, Riku makes a deal with the shady guy who was freaking us out earlier.
What should I do?
It's really quite simple. Open yourself to the darkness. That is all. Let your heart, your being, become darkness itself.
Ah, bruh. We circle the castle about 20 times to make sure all the enemies are good and dead. Not at all because we got lost a lot. Finally enter the chapel area where we fight Maleficent. Fairy form, so easy.
Bitch is always a dragon too, though.
Dragon form, good lord. That was hell.
Okay.
Oh, son of a... Okay. Damn. Shit.
Okay.
Oh. Mood. Oh, you son of a bitch! You are slut. Suck egg water, Maleficent. But we did it, eventually. Ha! After Maleficent melts into a puddle of shadow on the ground, we're left to fight not Riku. Well, that was unnecessarily terrifying. Why can we see his teeth? What the shit, man? Take that, fake Riku. Sora wakes up Kairi by nobly sacrificing himself.
Keyhole is now complete.
Ansem decides to be creepy and still try to open the keyhole and end Kairi.
It's over. Impossible.
No.
Riku won't let him.
You won't use me for this.
Riku!
You've got to run. The Heartless are coming.
And Kairi, Goofy, and Donald run. Chapter 8. I'm a Heartless? And the game really ends. We're an ant!
Oh, hey, look, I'm a Heartless.
No, not like that. Well, we are, but...
I'm an ant!
Anyway, I'm a self-squishing ant. Where am I going? We give chase to Kyrie and the rest.
Sora? Is that you?
Oh, we were Sora all along. Anyway, now we all run.
Kyrie, thank you.
Sora!
Sora!
Beast helps clear the way for us so we can run back to Traverse Town.
Go now!
Don't ever forget. Wherever you go, I'm always with you.
Kyrie gives us a new Keyblade, and we return to the other worlds to see what's going on. We use this opportunity to do the most important thing of the entire game. Save all the puppies. Yay! Oh my goodness. Alright, game over. I did the most important part. We head back to the library to reunite Beast and Belle.
Oh, Belle.
We talk to Belle and she gives us the Divine Rose. With our new Keyblade, we end up going back to the Colosseum to finish out the Hades Cup and finally beat up Hades and get the rest of Ansem's report. From here, we then go to the end of the world where we fight a bunch of Heartless in weird little circles. We do that, then we fight a giant behemoth.
Behemoths.
And we finally make our way to the final rest to fight Ansem. First form, not so bad. Second form, kind of annoying, but we've seen this guy like 3 times now. Third form, oh my god, I hate him. I shall not! And his Cum Guardian. Shut up with your Cum Guardian. Eventually, we take him down, and then we end up in a battle with whatever this next monstrosity is.
Darkness conquers all.
Ew! We eventually destroy this thing in sections after quite some time, and we find Goofy and Donald, and then we completely destroy the rest of him, and whatever. And then we're in a void, and Ansem is like, I will have the power of darkness, and Kingdom Hearts is darkness. And then Sora's like, no, it's not, it's light. And then he's blinded by the light. Lol. So then we have to close the door. Yeah. So then we have to close the door, and it turns out Riku's on the other side of the door. He tries to help us close it, and then all of a sudden, Mickey appears.
Now, Sora, let's close this door for good.
And then they close the door, and Mickey and Sora seal the door, and that's it. Game over. Kind of hoping for a happier ending than that. Guess that's why there's a second one. Personally, I enjoyed this game to no end. I had so much fun with it, even through the frustrating parts. The parts where I was ready to quit and just call it. I still came back to it and I was still ready to fight and finish it. And I am very excited to play the next ones. I'm conflicted.